Imagine a life where you're free from the need to chase, impress, or seek approval. A life where your confidence, purpose, and inner peace naturally draw others to you. Welcome to the Art of Ignoring Women, a Stoic guide to attraction. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about embracing Stoic philosophy to become a man of unshakable strength, authenticity, and virtue, a man who attracts others not by trying, but by being. Stoicism, born in ancient Greece over 2,000 years ago, teaches us to master what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In the realm of attraction, this means letting go of desperation and focusing on your own growth. The art of ignoring isn't about being cold or dismissive, it's about selective attention, prioritizing your purpose, and creating space for genuine connections to flourish. Today, we'll explore how Stoic principles like self-discipline, emotional resilience, and independence can transform the way you approach attraction. Over the next 40 minutes, you'll learn practical steps to cultivate a magnetic presence, avoid common pitfalls, and build relationships rooted in mutual respect. This is not just about dating, it's about living a life of meaning that naturally draws others to you. Let's begin by understanding the philosophy that underpins this approach. Stoicism, founded by Zeno of Citium in the 3rd century BC, is a philosophy of self-mastery. It's built on 4 virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These aren't just abstract ideals, they're practical tools for living well. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." When it comes to attraction, this means our fears of rejection, of not being enough, often hold us back more than reality itself. So, how does Stoicism apply to attraction? At its core, attraction isn't about chasing someone or winning their approval. It's about embodying qualities that naturally draw others in: confidence, purpose, and authenticity. The Stoic approach shifts your focus from external validation to internal strength. When you live in alignment with your values, you become magnetic, not because you're trying to impress, but because you're complete within yourself. The art of ignoring is a cornerstone of this philosophy. It's not about ignoring women out of spite or arrogance, but about redirecting your energy toward what matters most: your own growth. Psychologically, this aligns with the principle of scarcity. People value what's less readily available. By not over-pursuing, you signal independence and self-worth. But this isn't a game. Stoicism demands authenticity. The goal is to live so fully in your purpose that attraction becomes a byproduct, not the aim. Think about it. A man who's consumed by chasing someone else's approval often appears needy or insecure. But a man who's focused on his own path, whether it's his career, health, or passions, exudes confidence. He doesn't need to chase because his life is already full. That's the Stoic way. Over the next few chapters, we'll break down how to cultivate this mindset and apply it practically in your interactions. To master attraction, you must first master yourself. Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions, not be ruled by them. In dating, this means resisting the urge to act impulsively, whether it's sending a flurry of texts or trying to impress someone at the expense of your authenticity. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." Let's apply this to attraction. When you meet someone you're drawn to, it's natural to feel excitement or even anxiety. But acting on those feelings without reflection can lead to overeagerness. You might text too soon, seek constant validation, or try too hard to please. This often stems from fear of losing her, fear of not being enough. Stoicism teaches us to pause and question those impulses. Try this. The next time you feel the urge to send a message or seek her attention, wait 10 minutes. Ask yourself, is this action aligned with my values? Am I acting from strength or insecurity? This simple pause can shift your perspective. Another powerful Stoic practice is journaling. Write down your emotions to process them without letting them control you. Over time, you'll notice a calm confidence replacing impulsive reactions. Another Stoic tool is amor fati, loving your fate. Embrace every outcome, whether she responds warmly or not at all. Rejection isn't failure. It's a chance to grow. By accepting what you can't control, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of dating. You can't control how someone feels about you, but you can control your actions and mindset. Instead of obsessing over her response, invest in your own growth. Set goals that excite you. Maybe it's running a marathon, learning a new skill, or advancing your career. A man with a purpose is inherently attractive because he's not clinging to someone else for fulfillment. Here's how to start. Identify one area of your life to improve. Dedicate 30 minutes a day to it. If it's fitness, hit the gym. If it's knowledge, read a book. These small actions compound, building confidence that radiates outward. Also, limit your reliance on external validation. Social media likes or compliments don't define you, your actions do. Stoic strength comes from living in alignment with your values. Define what matters to you. Maybe it's integrity, discipline, or kindness, and evaluate your actions against those principles daily. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." In attraction, this means being authentic, not pretending to be someone you're not. Picture a man who knows who he is, who walks with purpose, who doesn't need approval to feel whole. That's the man women notice, not because he's chasing them, but because he's chasing his own potential. That's the Stoic mindset. Now, let's dive into the heart of this guide, the art of selective ignoring. This isn't about being aloof or manipulative. It's about prioritizing your time, energy, and purpose over the need to please. Selective ignoring means giving attention strategically in a way that respects both you and her. It's about balance, showing interest without smothering, engaging without chasing. Selective ignoring signals confidence and independence. When you're not overly available, you communicate that your life is full, that you value yourself. This creates intrigue. Psychologically, people are drawn to what's scarce. But more importantly, it ensures interactions are authentic, not driven by desperation. Seneca wrote, "You must be content to be thought a fool before you can be wise." In attraction, this means being willing to step back, even if it feels counterintuitive. Here's what selective ignoring looks like. You meet a woman at a party. You have a great conversation, but instead of lingering or asking for her number right away, you smile, say it was great to meet her, and move on to talk to others. You're not ignoring her out of disinterest, you're showing you have a life beyond that moment. If she's interested, she'll find a way to reconnect. In texting, avoid responding instantly to every message. Wait a few hours for non-urgent texts. Keep your messages concise and purposeful. For example, if she says, "Hey, how's it going?" you might reply later with, "Doing great, just finished a workout. How about you?" This shows you're engaged but not waiting by the phone. In person, don't shower her with compliments or attention. Offer one sincere compliment, then focus on the conversation, not flattery. If you're on a date, don't cancel your plans or rearrange your life to accommodate her. Maintain your routine, whether it's your gym time or a hobby. This shows you're a man with priorities. Selective ignoring can backfire if misunderstood. First, don't be cold or dismissive. Always be warm and respectful when you engage. Second, avoid playing games. Stoicism demands authenticity. Ignoring should come from genuine self-focus, not a tactic to manipulate. Finally, don't ignore too much. Complete disengagement signals disinterest. The key is balance. Show interest when it's warranted, but don't chase. By practicing selective ignoring, you create space for mutual respect. She'll value your attention because it's not given freely. And you'll feel more confident because you're not seeking her approval, you're living your truth. Let's apply these principles to real-world dating scenarios. Whether you're meeting someone new, texting, or building a relationship, the Stoic approach keeps you grounded and authentic. Initial interactions: when you meet someone, resist the urge to impress. Be present, listen actively, and share a bit about yourself without oversharing. If you're at a social event, have a brief, engaging conversation, then politely excuse yourself. For example, say, "It was great talking to you. I'm going to catch up with some friends. Hope to see you around." This leaves her intrigued and shows you're not desperate to keep her attention. Keep your body language open. Smile, make eye contact, but don't linger too long. Exit the conversation at a high point, when you're both enjoying it. This creates a positive impression and leaves her wanting more. Texting and communication is where many men lose their Stoic composure. Don't double text or send long, emotional messages. Match her energy. If she sends short texts, keep yours short too. For example, if she writes, "Had a fun night," you might reply later with, "Glad you had fun. Just got back from hiking. What's your weekend looking like?" This keeps the conversation flowing without over-investing. Avoid over-explaining or justifying your actions. If you're busy, say so politely, caught up with work today, but I'll catch you later, and don't be afraid to let conversations end naturally. Not every text needs a reply. Dating and relationships in dating, maintain your independence. Don't cancel your gym sessions, hobbies, or time with friends to spend every moment with her. Instead, invite her into your world. Plan dates that reflect your interests: a hike, a museum visit, or a cooking class. This shows you're a man with a life, not someone who molds himself to please others. Communicate boundaries kindly. If you need time for a project, say, I'm excited to see you, but I've got a big deadline this week, so I'll be focused on that for a couple of days. This sets expectations while showing you value the connection. Over time, this balance fosters mutual respect, which is the foundation of lasting attraction. Attraction isn't just about the first date, it's about building something lasting. Stoicism teaches us that true connection comes from mutual respect and shared values, not fleeting chemistry. Self-improvement. As the Korea Stoic man is always growing, commit to improving yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Hit the gym to build strength and discipline. Read books to expand your mind. Try Stoic classics like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius or Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. Practice emotional resilience by reflecting on challenges calmly, using techniques like negative visualization, where you imagine setbacks and prepare to face them with grace. These efforts make you more attractive because they show you're a man of substance. A woman respects a man who's always striving to be better, not for her, but for himself. Maintaining independence in a relationship. Keep your identity. Don't let the relationship consume you. Maintain your hobbies, friendships, and goals. If you love painting, keep painting. If you value time with friends, don't ditch them for date nights. This independence keeps the relationship dynamic and prevents codependency. Try this. Schedule one evening a week for yourself, whether it's working on a project or relaxing alone. This gives you space to recharge and gives her space to miss you. It's a win-win. Fostering mutual respect. Attraction thrives when both partners respect each other's individuality. Encourage her to pursue her passions, whether it's her career or a hobby. Celebrate her successes without jealousy. Resolve conflicts with reason, not emotion. If you disagree, listen to her perspective. Take a moment to reflect and respond calmly. This shows strength and maturity. By living stoically, you create a relationship where both of you grow as individuals while building something together. That's the essence of lasting attraction. Dating isn't always smooth. Rejection, over-attachment, and the temptation to manipulate are common challenges. Stoicism offers solutions to navigate them with grace. Handling rejection. Rejection hurts, but it's not the end. Epictetus said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." In other words, setbacks are part of the human experience. When rejected, reflect objectively. What can I learn? Maybe you came on too strong, or maybe it just wasn't a fit. Either way, it's not a judgment of your worth. Move forward with confidence. Each rejection is a step toward resilience. Keep focusing on your growth, and the right person will come along. Dealing with over-attachment. It's easy to fixate on someone, especially early on. But Stoicism teaches detachment from outcomes. If you're obsessing over her response, redirect your energy. Go for a run, work on a project, or call a friend. Visualize the possibility of things not working out and accept it. This frees you from the need to control the uncontrollable. Avoiding manipulation. The art of ignoring can be misused as a tactic to manipulate. Stoicism rejects this. Always act with integrity. If you're ignoring to make her chase you, you're not being stoic, you're playing games. Instead, let your actions flow from genuine self-focus. Ask yourself, am I being true to my values? If the answer is no, adjust. By facing these challenges with stoic wisdom, you grow stronger and more confident, making you more attractive in the process. Let's see this in action. Meet John, a 30-year-old who met Sarah at a networking event. He was smitten and texted her constantly, planning dates and seeking her attention. Sarah pulled away, overwhelmed. John adopted a stoic approach. He focused on his marathon training, limited his texts, and engaged her only when it felt authentic. Over time, Sarah noticed his confidence and initiated more conversations, leading to a balanced connection. Now, consider Mike, a 25-year-old artist. He met Emily at a gallery opening and felt a spark. Instead of pursuing aggressively, he focused on his art and responded to her messages thoughtfully, without rushing. Emily, intrigued by his passion and restraint, started reaching out more, and their connection grew naturally. These stories show that Stoic principles self-discipline, independence, authenticity create attraction by letting you shine as your best self. The art of ignoring women isn't about distance or games, it's about becoming a man of purpose, strength, and virtue. By mastering your emotions, focusing on what you control, and living authentically, you create a magnetic presence that draws others in. Attraction isn't the goal, it's the result of living a Stoic life. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Start today. Define your values. Set goals. Practice selective ignoring by prioritizing your growth over fleeting validation. Whether it's through fitness, learning, or reflection, build a life you're proud of. The right people will notice not because you chase them, but because you became undeniable. This is the Stoic path to attraction, not chasing, but becoming. Live with intention. Embrace challenges. Trust that the connections you seek will follow. Be the man you aspire to be, and the rest will fall into place.